Hello guys, welcome to my guide for AFK grinding for mush. This is particularly for people who do not download websites like Tiny Task or stuff like that. Because people who do that can just use those. So number one is your creature you want to pick. So I chose the Commodity. I used to do the Moonell, but apparently it has this magical hunger need now that goes down and you actually have to fill it up. I don't know if it actually dies if it reaches 0 yet or not. But I picked the Commodity. I could have probably chose another Photovore like a Kiween, but the Commodity has thirst and hunger that lasts for a really long time. You guys can pick whatever creature you want. I just recommend don't pick creatures like the Hygos or Kendall. And also try to pick creatures that can fly because that is helpful. Part number 2 is choosing your location. You want to try to find an area that's unpopulated and you want to try to find a spot that only flyers can reach. This is why if you're new to Creatures of Sonaria, I recommend you start Super Quooks. You can start getting as many new creatures as possible. Oh, and this guide is also particularly for getting the elephant dude. Like you can use the mush for whatever you want. I'm releasing this because I think many people out here, they want to get the elephant, but they don't have quite enough mush. So once you found a good area, you should lay down. If you have 2 monitors, that is fantastic. You can put Creatures of Sonaria on your main monitor or your side monitor, whichever one you want. And then you can just watch a video, pull up websites and read from them, stuff like that. Oh, and also I recommend you get in a sheltered area or else you're going to be unaware of getting like super cold. Like I got hypothermia because I was just laying outside. So that is not good. You want to stay in shelter. I did survive though, luckily. This is very commodity. If you don't have 2 monitors, that is fine. You can just either, this option isn't really recommended. You can like try to like split halves with your websites. So like one half is Creatures of Sonaria and then the other half is like your website or video or whatever. But that seems pretty, I've never tried that, but that seems pretty annoying. So the best thing I would suggest, even though I know you probably don't want your volume on while you're listening to a video or something, the best thing I can recommend for you guys is to turn your volume on 1. Excuse me, is there actually music playing right now? I guess not. But the death music will start playing when you die. So you can just like do whatever. And you'll know when you die, so you can instantly come back. Although I don't think many people will attack you if you pick a spot like up here. Because for whatever reason, mainly land creatures hang out here. I don't usually see other flyers here. And if they are, they usually just fly right by to go to the oasis. As I say that, now there's a sucker in here. I don't think the sucker is going to harm me, though. And also, if you pick the Commodity, it can get away from predators really quickly. Like, if you have, like, a second monitor and you notice someone's attacking you, you probably won't be able to do this very well with 1 monitor. So you have to time when you come back really good. And that is impossible because it's not like guys are going to attack you, like, a set time. So it can use Dazzling Flash, and then it like makes creatures move in weird directions that they don't want to go, and then you have an opportunity to fly away and go find a location somewhere else, and then well, you know that's not a good spot. If you do that though, try to trick them, like go to the swamp and then like fly low to like the volcano and then to like the mountains or like the Fog Cove, Flash Playground, Floating Islands, whatever. Dunes. But I like this spot personally myself. So that is why I hang out here while I am AFK grinding. But anyways, that is all for this video. I hope you succeed in AFK grinding. And oh, and also one last tip. Try to stay on for as long as you can. The more you can stay on and the less you have to log off, the better. So, yeah, you should try to stay on if you really want to get that elephant, but you don't want to spend like Robux or trait for it or anything. You just want to try to spend as much time on as possible. But keep in mind that your creatures, they still do have hunger and thirst, obviously, just the way you left them. And also, there's a 20-minute AFK thing. Not sure how many of you guys watching will actually know about this, but this basically means that if you stay on for 20 minutes or longer, the game will kick you off. Now, it doesn't like completely kick you off, and some people who've never heard of this may get confused. It just like stays in your screens. Like if I were to get kicked off, everything would be blurred, but I could still see like the surrounding landscape. Of course, it would probably block my commodity and say it was the log penalty. So you might think, oh, I'm not actually getting kicked out of the game. I can just leave it up while I'm kicked, and then I can continue getting mush. Unfortunately, that is not correct, and you stop getting mush when 20 minutes is up and you get kicked. So, I mean, it makes sense. Anyways, guys, I think that will be all for this video. So, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.